Hello, and welcome to NJ.com's live chat with TV writer Vicki Hyman. Today, we're also joined by music writer and American Idol recapper Bobby Olivier, and we'll be discussing American Idol versus The Voice and the return of AMC's The Walking Dead. So, Vicki, Bobby, say hi to everyone out there.
Hey, guys.
Hello, hello.
All right, guys. Get into your discussion about this American Idol, The Voice. I mean, to me, it's all the same thing. But try to explain for everyone.
Very, very different. Totally
Very
different.
I will trust you. Take it away.
American Idol just revealed its top 24. It's been on the air for a few weeks now. The Voice starts again on Monday for its 8th season. So American Idol, Bobby, you've been watching it. You've been recapping. It actually includes a Jersey girl.
Yes.
How is the season so far, and how far is Jax going to make it?
Well, so Jax is an 18-year-old from East Brunswick. She plays piano. She's got good stage presence. She's got kind of the little Ellie Goulding kind of affected voice going on. Mm-hmm. And honestly, I think she's one of the better female singers. I think she's probably, there's 12 guys and 12 girls now to comprising the top 24, and she's probably top 3 or 4, I'd say, as far as talent and sort of just potential to make the finale. So, I mean, I think she could go pretty far. I mean, the judges have loved her. She's gotten a ton of airtime. So I think that the producers really seem to like her, too.
Well, Idol, as we all know, is once this ratings gold mine, and it has slipped significantly in recent years. I think it's down, like, when it gets down to the performances, it's only one night, right? Yeah,
they're cutting back this year, where they're going to do it, that people are going to perform, and then America's going to vote, and then the next week, it's usually that they would have the next night would be the elimination, but now the next week everyone's going to show up ready to perform again, but the elimination is going to happen at the beginning of the episode, so it's kind of be like overlap.
Do you think that the reason for the ratings decline is like singing competition fatigue, or is it something that is inherent in Idol's playbook, as like the juggling of the judges panel in recent years? Has that hurt it?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely think they sort of suffered an identity crisis when Simon Cowell left, and they brought in Ellen DeGeneres, and then they brought in Nicki Minaj and Mariah Carey. Yeah, and they've had problems with that. And what's kind of horrible is the judges now are great. With Jennifer Lopez, Keith Urban, and Harry Connick Jr., who have this is all at least their second or third year, and they have a great rapport, like almost to the level of The Voice.
Of The Voice, yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, it's too bad that people aren't watching, because it's sort of entering this sort of new golden age in a way.
A new golden age of American Idol. Okay, well, I'll take your word for it, because I stopped watching it, I think, season 10, Scotty McCreery season. Not that I have anything against Scotty McCreery, really, but my issue with American Idol has always been this like very long slog through the beginning with all like the really bad singers, you know, the William Hung types, the drama of Hollywood Week. It was too much, and I was like, finally, you know, I don't have time for this. And then I found when I tried to watch it, once it got down, I wasn't really invested in any of these things because I hadn't seen their journey. So,
right.
I don't know. I actually switched to The Voice a couple years ago. I recapped it as well. I find it to be just a more enjoyable experience because you start with people who are already really good. I don't know if this is the case so much with American Idol, but these are people who have like tried to have their shot and like they didn't make it, their album didn't sell. So I think that you already have like a higher level of professionalism among them. And, you know, the chemistry of the judges is great. Even when they've been swapping in and out judges, you still have Blake and Adam. Their shtick can get a little bit old. But I still really like it. And I thought Pharrell Williams was just fantastic last season, really smart. What do you think of The Voice? Do you still watch it?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, definitely.
And I really enjoy it. I mean, I love the drama of the blind auditions and they're immediately performing in front of a crowd. And it's great. I mean, the talent is a whole different level. Yeah.
The one issue I have with The Voice, and you can tell me whether they're still doing. I mean, Simon Cowell was known as being like incredibly acidic, very, very hard on the talent. Maybe the new judges aren't like that. I actually feel like with The Voice, the judges could be a little more critical. It's like they almost have it in their contract that they're not allowed to say anything negative or even like constructive without like some massive apology at the end of Adam's signature. But what do I know? Well, you're a judge. You should know. Say something.
Yeah, yeah.
Is American Idol, I mean, what are the judges like as far as their critiques?
Well, Harry Connick Jr. has taken on the role of Simon Cowell with sort of telling them how it is. And as a viewer, I really enjoy that. On The Voice, I do miss that.
Mm-hmm.
That there's criticism, and when it's bad, they say it's good. It really bothers me. But Harry Connick Jr. he refuses to give a standing ovation. And it's been great. He's been like a breath of fresh air for them.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think people who are American Idol fans always point out that, well, The Voice can't compete with American Idol because it hasn't produced any serious artists like, Carrie Underwood, Kelly Clarkson. There have been much more successful from American Idol. Why is that?
I don't know. It's tough because American Idol, when it first came out, it was such a juggernaut that I think they were just more in the public eye with The Voice.
Mm-hmm.
I just think that people cared a little bit more a few years ago.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, I am still going to be watching The Voice this season, and we seem to have much more luck with Jersey contestants on it. We've had Jackie Lee, Christina Grimmie, and our boy Andrew Matt McAndrew almost did it last season, but not quite. So Anthony, we're going to bring you back into the conversation. We've all been watching this every Monday morning or whatever Bobby catches up on it. It was funny when Bobby and I were discussing it this past week. He had caught up like a couple days later. I couldn't even remember what had happened on Sunday night because it was just so nothing is happening this season. It's really disappointing, and they usually start off really strong. Anthony, what do you think?
I'm about to give up on The Walking Dead. I mean, look, I love the show, but I can't take the misery week after week after week.
But that's what the show is. That's what it is.
I enjoyed the survival aspect of it, the anarchy aspect of it, but something is going on with the show, and I think they've lost their stride somewhere along the way. What do you feel?
What do you think, Bobby?
I mean, it's been tough that like this past episode where it's like 59 minutes of just the plight of the survivors, and then you get one little tidbit cliffhanger at the end to sort of keep you hooked. But the fact that they're eating worms now, and the fact that like it's just the bare minimal survival stuff is just that there needs to be the plot needs to advance a little bit more. They got to get back on track for sure.
It seemed like the first 2 episodes they could have done that in just 1 episode. I was surprised. Remember last season when they started off at Terminus, and I thought that was going to be an arc that lasted for a while, and it was like 1 episode, and they were in and out, and it was great, and it was gripping, and a lot of, I guess, the apocalypse is just a really long slog, but that doesn't make for the best television show.
Yeah.
I think I have a problem with the narratives of the show, and I can never tell where we are in the given arc, and I think they do that too much, and I want to just get back to moving the story forward. And as far as I'm concerned, they really haven't done much.
Well, yeah, 2 episodes and like nothing has really changed.
So, I mean, of course I'm probably going to stick with it. I'm eagerly awaiting the spin-off. But
California.
You're right. And so hopefully, I don't know, they need to get their mojo back. You read the comic series, or at least have read the bulk of it. So, maybe you can tell us if that eventually can happen.
Well, it does. I mean, the comic strip doesn't have like these like long, it's just stuff happens in a comic. It's a comic book. What can I tell you? And it's kind of refreshing to see. I think Aaron pops up at the end of the episode, so it's like, oh, it's Aaron. I sort of know what's going to happen next. This is great. But why did it take so long to get there? Which is, I don't know. The comic books are great, but I mean, the point of the comic books is that it doesn't end. This is just the way life is now, and it is pure misery. But that is not so great on a television show.
No, it's not. All right, well, we'll stick with it, and I'm sure we'll pop back and we'll chat about it again. What's coming up next week for everybody, Vicki?
Oh, well, as I mentioned, we have The Voice starts again for its 8th season on Tuesday night, followed by something I'm very excited about, which is the Parks and Recreation finale, which caps I can't remember how many seasons. It's so wonderful. The last few episodes is just textbook of how you should wrap up a series and give and pay respect to all of its characters, and that's on at 10 p.m. And then on Wednesday at 10 p.m. we have MTV's Catfish, which you made me watch one episode of, and I did not enjoy it at all, and I haven't watched it since, but I know you guys love it, so tell me, why should I be watching this show?
I think you watched the wrong episode.
Wrong episode.
You watched the wrong episode. For me, it's one of the better detective shows that isn't a detective show on TV. We live in a cyber age now, and we get to see how relationships can unfold, and deception, and they're mostly about loneliness, and Neve and Max really just try to get down to the bottom of people trying to find relationships online, and they do a great job at fishing out what's not real and what is real, right, Bobby?
Yeah, I mean, every episode creates this pretext of hope that maybe the person they're talking to is the real person, and every once in a while you do get a person where the person that they think is catfishing them turns out to be exactly who they've been talking to, and then it's happily ever after. But 4 out of 5 times it's not that, and then the mystery is solved with some sort of sociopath or somebody who's been lying to them for years. And I mean that's the drama that people really love. But I think deep down, I know when I watch it, I'm always hoping that it is the real person, and that 4 years of this person's life spent on a computer typing to somebody wasn't wasted for somebody who was just playing around with them.
But it is, and maybe I know I'm a misanthrope, but it's so hard for me to feel invested in somebody. These people who are so stupid that they can't figure this stuff out themselves and say to themselves this. I find it to be embarrassing to go on TV, and I mean it's just an embarrassment. I don't know why anybody would agree to do this, but I'm not a 20-something, so.
Vicki, promise us you'll watch it, please.
Well, how about you guys watch it, and you tell me which episode specifically to watch, and I will watch it.
Okay. Deal. All right, well, that about wraps it up for us this week. Join us next week for another TV chat. Until then, visit NJ.com/entertainment for all of your Garden State entertainment needs. Take care, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.